Hey guys, I'm Joy. You guys know that summer is coming, right? And so the weather becomes hotter and hotter than before these days. Do you guys know why? That's all because climate change. It's a silly question, isn't it? So today I'm going to share my ideas about climate change with you guys. And the first thing you need to know is that climate change is real. Okay, guys, let's see some scientific data about climate change. You can see that after the year 2006, the level of carbon dioxide experienced an upward tendency constantly to about 405 in 2017. Also, let's see another example about global temperature. Can you guys see clearly? And I think perhaps you can. And the level of the global temperature witnessed an upward tendency constantly but unstably to about, 0.7 in 2017, and it is predicted that the temperature will reach the peaks in about 1.0 in 2020. There's really a lot of factors that cause climate change, and a lot of scientists agree that the main cause of climate change is the humans' expansion of greenhouse effect. And there's 95%, more than 95% that human activities really warmed our planet over 50 years ago. And something more serious is that the global climate change has already have observable effects on our environment. Do you know what is that? Glaciers have shrunk, ice on rivers and lakes is breaking up earlier, plants and animal ranges have shifted, and trees are flowering sooner. As you can see, climate changes really represent a major threat on Earth. But some people still argue that we need to live with it rather than to stop it. I totally disagree with this idea because I believe that we still have some time to tackle with this issue and to reduce human impact on Earth. My opinion is that not only the central government, but also individuals like us as citizens should all have responsibilities for the environmental protection, which should bear the burden and according to our own sphere of operation. Like the central government can make and enforce environmental laws which can reduce CO2 emissions. It can also carry out environmental projects of national scale because they are projects that only the central government has the authority and resources to carry out. At the same time, environmental protection also involves changes in citizens' attitudes and lifestyles, although it is very difficult for individuals. I know that. But we can still make a little difference. For local governments, they also have control local school districts and therefore able to set up environmental educational programs to increase students' environmental awareness in primary school or secondary schools. For instance, Eco School program, which is an international program of the Foundation for Environmental Educational, which is called FEE, that aims to empower students to be the change of our sustainable world needs by engaging them in fun, action-oriented, and social responsible learning. And I know that Sky is a member of Eco School, and it is a really good job. Secondly, individuals can do some small but powerful things, like they can choose public transport, cycling, or walking over driving private. Secondly, individuals can do small but very powerful things. They can choose public transport rather than drive private cars to reduce carbon emissions. Also, as customers, individuals can select environmentally friendly products rather than less eco-friendly choices. As an example, you can ride to working places instead of driving. Recently, OFO, which is a Beijing-based bicycle sharing company, founded in 2014. The company claims over 20 million registered users. You can use the yellow bike in front of your house, your school, your company, and almost everywhere. Also, we can see the yellow bicycle everywhere. And there's also other bicycle sharing system around the world. Wherever you are, you can choose this more ecological way to go out. This kind of small things can make contribution to the environment. And if instead of taking these above measures, we simply try to live with climate change, I believe that consequence would be disastrous. To give just one example, I'm not optimistic that we will be able to cope with even a small rise of sea levels. A million of people will be displaced by flooding, particularly in countries that do not have the means of to safeguard low-lying areas. These people will lose their homes and their jobs, and they would be forced to migrate to nearby cities or perhaps to other countries. The potential for human suffering would be huge. It is likely that we will see outbreaks for disease and famine, as well as increased homelessness and poverty. All I wanted to say is that solving environment problems require joint efforts of both governments and individuals. Everyone should be aware of its importance, be a responsible person, and take practical actions. Only in this way we can solve environmental problems efficiently and make our Earth a better